Remember, is one of just 7 states where these so-called fake electors signed paperwork that falsely claimed Trump won the 2020 election. Their hope at the time was that Vice President Mike Pence would recognize them when the Electoral College met to certify the results. Of course, the events of January 6, 2021 backfired, and now fake electors across the country and here have attracted the attention of the Department of Justice. And as we just mentioned, some of Arizona's false electors included high-profile and powerful politicians like the former chairwoman of the Arizona Republican Party, Kelly Ward, and her husband, as well as a pair of current GOP state lawmakers, Jake Hoffman from Queen Creek and Anthony Kern from Glendale. We caught up with Kern at an unrelated hearing today about ASU, and we asked him if he'd been contacted by the DOJ or the Attorney General's office from here.
You see me roll my eyes, Dennis?
Yeah, I did. So part of that investigation is looking at
I'm not going to comment other than ASU. I don't really watch the news.
Well, have you been contacted by the January 6th, by the Department of
I
Justice?
don't really watch the news. I'm never home. I'm working.
As for the AG's investigation, it's still early, and a spokesman for the department declined to give us any status update on that investigation.
Dennis, they didn't do this behind closed doors. They recorded video and posted of it as sort of a celebratory thing, right?
Yes, and there is documented paperwork with their signatures on that and whatnot. So the question for Mr. Kern, remember, sitting state lawmaker, as well as Jake Hoffman, still they haven't spoken much, if at all, about whether they've been contacted by the DOJ, whether they're cooperating with the DOJ, whether they're not cooperating with the DOJ.
What about former Governor Doug Ducey?
Yeah, and that is happening. There were reports, we saw some of that earlier today, that Doug Ducey had been contacted by federal investigators. Now, what would they be looking into? Well, we know that they are looking into the former president's alleged attempts to overturn the 2020 election. Now, if you've been in Arizona, if you watched Arizona politics for a while, you're probably familiar with that, really famous or infamous moment where, Doug Ducey sat down to certify the elections as governor of the state of Arizona, and "Hail to the Chief" rang on his phone, which meant that was coming from the White House. Right. He put it on mute and went on and certified the election. So there's probably a lot of questions about whether he felt any pressure from Donald Trump to overturn the results here. All we do know at this point is that a spokesman for Mr. Ducey is telling us that the former governor is cooperating and he's going to, quote, do the right thing.
We'll be watching. Dennis, thank you.